Hello beautiful people, it's Trina. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a little bit of a while, hasn't it? I've skipped a week. It's been Obon here in Japan, so we have a few days off, and I decided to just chill. And the main reasons are that I wanted to give some love to my other channel. I have actually 3 YouTube channels serving completely different purposes. And I also just was demotivated. It's so bloody hot here at the moment. Like, you know, over 30 degrees at night in the shade, absolute humidity, 40 degrees in the sun, and I don't do well in the sun. So I've been a little bit miserable, but nonetheless surviving, carrying on, and enjoying the air conditioning of my home, which is turned off right now because it's pretty noisy. So I'll make this quick because I am gonna heat up. Okay, so today I'm gonna talk to you about Coach. I have a new Coach bag to replace an item from Louis Vuitton, which was, I've sold it ages ago. It was my, my favorite MM. So the favorite MM is a fantastic little flat bag, but unfortunately I have this one, and this one is one of my most used small bags from Vuitton. This is the Eva clutch, and I decided that I didn't need both of them, and I also decided I liked the security of having a zipper. I do wish this one was a little bit bigger, a little bit taller here, so I could fit just that wee bit more in, but I do love this bag very much. It is indeed one of my most used bags. So there's this guy. Now the favorite MM, I kind of did regret selling it, but when I saw Coach come out with what I'm going to show you in a few seconds, I was like, I've got to have that bag. So I've been waiting on it. I've been waiting for the prices to go down or for the, you know, secondhand sales to come out. And I finally found one on eBay actually that was within my price range and desired sort of color texture format. So here it is. It's the Alexa bag. It's another small bag. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, it's a little bit bigger. It definitely is about the same proportions as the Louis Vuitton MM, and I'll put the dimensions in the description box below. I really, really like this bag. I think I'm sorted now. When it comes to small bags, especially for evening wear and casual wear, actually, I'm done. Because I have the Eva clutch, I now have this one with gold hardware, and I also have another black one. Black is my preferred color, with silver from Louis Vuitton. This is the Montagne, what is it, clutch, I think it is. It's an old model from maybe the 90s. I've talked about this one before, I'll link it somewhere. But yeah, so now no more buying for small bags. Honestly, I have everything I need now. This one is really great though, because unlike the Eva, the Eva clutch, unlike the favorite MM, it has a nice slip back here for your phone, which I think is a little big. I think it could potentially fall out, but I do like the idea of having a bag. I've said this on another video, but I love the idea on all bags for having D-rings so you can interchange the straps, and having a back panel to slip things into. So this, and a secure front. So this checks all my boxes for like the perfect bag. I mean, of course, there's no bag that's gonna be perfect because it depends on the size that you need. But for a small bag, I love the way that this comes out a little bit. I think the favorite MM also had that. There's like a folding here. And I don't know if you can see that, but yes, there's a D-ring here, and you can push that in if you're carrying it as a clutch. It doesn't show at all. Beautiful little bag. The croc look is definitely still in fashion, but you know me, I don't care about that stuff. But I do like the fact that it's a croc because it tends to show scratching less. This is a little more rigid, a little more hard wearing. It's in black, so it's gonna look good even when it gets old and grungy. Not that I'm gonna let my bag get old and grungy, but you know what I mean. It doesn't show any wear and tear as much as other textures and colors. So it's got the C lock, and my first name, my full first name, does start with C, so I kind of like that. And it's, you know, very secure, just like a Chanel twist lock bag. You open it up, it's a flap, and it's got this really nice micro suede lining, and these D-rings, which are a little small. That's a negative because I do like to carry some big straps with it, which I'll show you in a little bit. This folds out like that, pretty sturdy. And then it's just an open, very similar again to the Vuitton Favorite MM. So it's a big compartment here with one slide pocket and the branding from Coach, and there's a little Coach label here. It's kind of a purpley mauve eggplant sort of color. Again, that's got some Louis Vuitton vibes to it. Or no, sorry, Chanel vibes, I should say, right? Surprisingly, because this is folded, it can hold quite a bit, and I'll put the camera down and show you what I typically put into this so you can get an idea.
Start your computations.
I think we're getting into a weird area here.
Maybe.
So loving this bag, just loving it. I've used it a couple of times and it is a little formal, and usually I do go, if I have to choose between formal and casual, I'll take a formal bag because I find that you can dress up a formal bag, or sorry, dress down a formal bag a lot better than you can dress up a casual bag. So I prefer, if I have to choose, I'll go more formal. But because this is in the croc and it is structured, it does look more formal than usual. Like this one here, for example, with that, you know, blingy plate on it, the style of it, floppiness, it can look casual very easily. Whereas this one, because it's so stiff, does tend to look very structured. So yes, it is very formal, but I think if you put the right straps on it, which is one thing that you can do because of the D-rings, you can make it a lot more casual looking, like for example with guitar straps. Now this bag is actually where I store the chains that I would use with this bag and other bags. The first one is this chain from K-Craft. This is if it's more formal. I don't tend to use clutch bags so often, but if I do, I could carry this with me and keep it in the bag. It takes no space and it's not very heavy. So there's that one that goes in here. Then there's this amazing craft leather long 54 centimeters, or no, 54 inches long K-Craft leather strap. It's very Louis Vuitton-esque, perfect for this bag. And then also I have this guitar strap. Now the only problem with this guitar strap on this bag is that the D-ring here is very small and dainty, and this is a very clunky sort of clasp, but it works. It still goes on. It's just, it's kind of stiff when it gets on there. So I'll show you some pictures of what these straps look like now. that I really like about this bag is that it's small enough to be considered a small bag, but it holds a lot. And also the side is very slim. So if you do choose to wear it crossbody or over the shoulder, it's not gonna bulk out and make you look wider than you are, which is always a problem for me. So I like that slim profile, and you can also chuck it nicely in your armpit underneath, and it looks quite nice because of the envelope wide style. And also from the side profile, it's fairly wide too. So if you've got a bigger body, then I think it's a lot more flattering. If you're extremely small, then I think you can get away with smaller bags than this. But I always find with a very, very dainty small bag, I just look kind of stupid because it's just too small. But this one looks great. I'm very pleased with this. So Coach has been rocking it these days. I've been following a lot of their designs over the past couple of years. Have been amazing. I'm really obsessed with the Tabby and all of their derivatives, and also the Cassie, which of course imitates the Pochette Metis from Louis Vuitton. Or does it imitate the Pochette Metis? I don't know. I think that the Cassie is a reformulated version of an older model, so it might be Louis Vuitton that's imitating Coach when you think about it. But in any case, that Cassie bag is a popular alternative to the very expensive Vuitton Pochette Metis, and I like it, but I think I prefer the Vuitton. It's just the Coach version is just somehow a little too plain. I don't like the CC monogram, so I wouldn't get it in the canvas. I'd probably get it in a leather if I were to purchase it. So I've been holding off on that. The Alexa is great. And I didn't tell you this, but when I bought this secondhand on eBay, one of the reasons I got such a good buy on it is because it didn't come with the chain. All the better because, you know me, most bag chains are too short. So I'm very pleased with that sort of trade-off. Back to Coach in general. I don't think that Coach is, for me anyway, is a luxury level brand. This bag, for example, did have some chemical, very, very mild chemical smells in it when I got it. And I think a lot of bags from Coach still have that element to them. They're not, it's not Louis Vuitton, but they are getting better, and I'm loving the work that they're doing. Good old American brand, very nice. So that is the Coach Alexa, everybody. I'm quite pleased with it. I recommend it. I haven't used it a lot yet, and that's primarily because it is kind of a formal bag, and because it's new, and also because we're still in this Corona lockdown situation, and I haven't found a real need for it yet. I've worn it a couple of times, but not enough yet. Anyway, that's it for today. Bag Hag signing out. Mwah.